Hello, Hello, everybody. Zest here, and I'm going to be commenting on a game between myself, Zest, and Vitrok, a Protoss player in the Diamond League, I believe. And I am in the Platinum League. I have not been able to advance into Diamond recently because it's the very end of Season 4, which prevents anyone from advancing into the next league. So this game is on Shakurus Plateau, and it's against a Zerg versus a Protoss, and you'll be able to see some interesting gameplay from the Zerg strategies versus the Protoss strategy. Both of the strategies are very creditable, but in the end, one of them is better than the other. And if you look at that, there's a heart going off. You know, there's love in the air. So, I am currently new to commenting on StarCraft 2 games, actually games of any kind, so if anybody has any tips or advice, I would happily accept them. I find really, now that I'm new to it, how hard it is to comment on things, and I really have a new appreciation for what commenters have been doing. And I always used to think it was really easy, but now that I'm in their shoes, I know how hard it is. Well, look at this. Why does he have his Nexus on 5, 6, and 7? So, as Zerg, you always want to have good Overlord placement. Personally, I like to have my Overlords here, 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 and spread out along here to catch drops, and then one right here and one right here. So you can always catch all of those drops. And I mean, if people have all of their Overlords right here, it's really just a huge waste. It's one of those things you can improve on by just a little, and you can catch all of those drops. It really does help out in the end game. See these Overlords right here? If he sends an army through here, I will see it, and he cannot hit my Overlord because it's placed on top of this rock. Now, I see everything going on because I have a scout, and you always want to place a patrol scout in your opponent's base to see what's going on. I see his cybernetics core, and with my drone against a Protoss have a hard time killing drones early game because Zealots, they can't do very much damage against drones unless you catch them off guard because Zealots are slower than drones. Now we have an expansion going up. This is a strategy without gas. You get the gas at around 30, and you try and just get as many expansions up as you can. And Vitrok is also going for an expansion. I didn't see this when I was playing the game. So I did know that something was going on though. He had an extra building hidden somewhere. So I'm taking this advantage to just get a lot of drones going on, my econ up. I have a third base going up, and only 4 lings out. This is such a strange strategy. But like I said earlier, that if he sends an army out, I can make as many lings as I want when he's trying to get over here. And since we're across map on Shakurus Plateau, which is a huge map, then I will have as much time as I need to get plenty of lings. So we have an extractor going up, and speed should be started soon. The unit count right now, 24 probes and 1 zealot to 22 drones and 4 lings. Oh, and 2 sentries and 1 queen. So at the moment, I'd have to say Vitrok is doing really well. And as Protoss, if you're doing this strategy, really, you gotta get those sentries, and if the Zerg is trying to get up here, you can easily put 2 force fields down if you have good reaction time and good scouting, which is why the Zealot is placed in front and the sentries are in back, so if any lings get by, the Zealot can easily get it. Now, this is a risky strategy though, because if you experience any lag of any kind, you will not be able to do anything about it. Your force fields will go down late, and it won't do very much. Now, Vitrok has no idea that Zest, that myself, I have one of these and one of these. He has no idea that I have 2 expansions, which is bad, because as you really want to prevent that 3rd expansion, because if Zerg get that 3rd expansion down, then the game is almost over. If you're still on 2 base, if you're still on 1 base, then you probably lose. And Vitrok has some units going out. Now this is a strange composition. All sentries and 2 zealots. But however strange it is, it's really what you want to do against Zerg who are just going lings with myself, especially if I don't have speed up yet. Now, even though I just have lings, look at all of my queens, and I also have spine crawlers. Spine crawlers are something you really want to get as Zerg, because the spine crawlers, even though they cost 100 minerals each, they can take down most of any units. And this spine crawler does not go down. These lings take out those 2 zealots, and the sentries back off. However, he does know that I have one of these, and you can assume that if someone has the expansion here, that they have the expansion here, because this expansion is so much safer to have than any other expansion, because it's for one, it's close to your base, and for 2, there's another ramp that you can defend with. Now Vitrok, he is getting some Colossus with his robotics bay. He knows what I'm doing. I'm getting a lot of Zerglings, and that Colossus are very good against Zerglings, because 1 Colossus, if you micro him right, he can take out a lot of Zerglings. Vitrok knows exactly what's going on, and he's trying to do something about it. Except he does not know that I have a 4th base going down. Now, as this strategy is basically to expand as aggressively as you can. And if you get those expansions down, then you will win. It is a very risky strategy though, because you really have to get those spine crawlers up, because spine crawlers are so good. Like I did over here and up here. And I will be doing soon over here. I'll be getting those spine crawlers. Vitrok is taking a 3rd over here. And I actually did not know this, that during the game Vitrok had that expansion. However, Vitrok's army size is quite small compared to my large army size. Oh, here comes a drop. Now let's see, this Overlord placement, perfect. I see this coming along. I select my lings. Because I saw that. I select my lings. Yes, I do. And then I take half of my army and put it up here where the drop is coming down. And then I also see, because of my Overlord placement, that he has another army coming along. So I take half of my other half of the lings. I keep them right there. Now, I have plenty of queens. What you really want to do as Zerg is get a lot of queens, because queens are so good. They can spread creep, they can shoot air, especially as this strategy, you'd have no anti-air, so you really got to get those queens. Now here comes an engagement. Force fields are... Where are the force fields? You really got to put force fields up as Protoss. Now the zealots are going down, and it's a GG. Vitrok realizes that I have 4 bases up and that he can't do anything against it with his 3 base. This has been Zest and a very successful competition.